Y'all ever seen Mr. Beans? You'll appreciate Mr. Beans, like the cartoon version, when you watch it with a kid. My little girl, she actually got me into watching Mr. Beans, man. It's such a good show, man. Like, a lot of people sleeping on that, man, I'm telling you. Like, if you got kids, go on YouTube, check out Mr. Beans. I've seen every episode. I remember in the beginning, like when my daughter started watching it, like, I would kind of like see what she was watching, and I'm like, like, okay. And she's like, Dad, watch this with me. And I'm like, like, you know, I'd be doing like other shit on my phone, but I'm like, okay, like, you know. So I would watch it with her, and I started like really watching it, and it went from just kind of watching it for like a 30 seconds or something to like we're watching full episodes, like all 3 seasons. From what I see on YouTube, I think there's like 3 animated seasons. And every episode is fire. So check it out, man. I recommend it. It's so funny. And yeah. It's crazy, like when you watch funny stuff, it's kind of like you're studying how to be funny in a way. Like you're being entertained by it, but at the same time you're learning like, oh, okay, this is funny. Like this, and then you're kind of finding out about yourself, like what makes you laugh. You know, what makes you happy? Sometimes, like, people think, like, oh, once I have this, once I have that, then I'll be happy. But, nah, like, you can be happy even when you have nothing. So, that's really where it starts. Like, you don't have to have something to be happy. You could just be happy on your own with nothing. And then that way, when blessings come your way, you know, you'll appreciate them way more too, you know. So sometimes we think like, man, I won't be happy until I have this or that. But like, look around, like look where you're at, look at the position that you're in, and then think of the times that you really didn't have like what you have now, you know. It was real tough for you at one point, and it might still be tough, but the fact that you have like certain people or things around you that you didn't have before, like those are blessings that came your way. So yeah, it's 7:30. I got like, I'm gonna stream for like another 20 minutes, y'all. And then you know, I'm gonna head out of here and you know, go home, eat, spend time with the fam, you know. It's crazy, like when you're younger, all you want to do is like have somebody. Maybe because you saw like your mom and dad together all the time and you're like, man, I wish I had that. And then sometimes you have like a parent that they separated and you kind of see like, okay, like I don't want this, you know. Like for example, like both my parents came from like their parents split. Like my dad's parents, they split. My mom's parents, they split. So they knew what it was like to grow up without, you know, having both parents. So I think that's why they really made it work for us, because they knew what it was like. They knew the pain that you'd feel like coming up without having both. So I really appreciate them for like sticking it out and, you know, giving us everything they gave us. I'm grateful. It's crazy because like in the moment you don't see it, but then when you step away from that, you look and think, wow, like I was actually real lucky to have mom and dad. To have a dad that like went and worked every day, a mom that went and worked every day, and you know, they were paycheck to paycheck, but There was always food on the table. You know, there wasn't food stamps and all that, but there was food on the table. There was love in the house, you know, like, and motivation. You know, my dad teaching us how to make money at a young age. I used to go clean pools with my dad when I was like 9, 10 years old. Learning like, okay, if I do this, then I can make a living. Seeing the way he started when he met my mom in high school, and they started renting houses, and then my dad found this property real nice by like this water area, and bought a trailer, you know, paid it off, and then later started building a house in front of the trailer, like on the property. And me just seeing that as a kid, seeing that this is possible. I can do this. I can work hard. I can get a property, live in the trailer for a little bit, and then start building a house and making that dream happen. And, you know, seeing what he had, like what my parents, like seeing their house now, like when you drive by, it's just like, wow, like you probably think like there's doctors that live there, you know, just people like with money, but nah, man, it's just hard-working people that started from nothing and worked their whole life to like have what they have. So coming from that, seeing that it's possible, it's always motivated me. The fact that I can also make that happen, you know, it's good to know that I can do it because I saw them do it. So it's cool, man. But shout out to all the people that came from the single household homes, because y'all, like, you know, we all had our own struggles, you know. Like my mom and dad was always working, you know. So yeah, man, it's a good and bad thing, right? Because like sometimes they couldn't make it to my games, or you know. Certain things like that, like, you know, they always tried though. But it's cool, man. Like, it's crazy. I was just thinking how like people come into your life for a reason. Maybe it's to learn something or experience something, but we're not a human with a soul. We are a soul. That's what you are. You're not a human that has a soul like here. No, you are a soul. You're an eternal being. You're a biological organism. Never ending, like, you know. Once this Mother Earth, once this is over, Mother Earth will find somewhere else to grow. And guess what? We're going there. I look at it like with the signs, like we know, you know, there's air, there's fire, water, and earth. So like my parents, they're earth, nurturing. What is earth? Earth gives, right? Like earth is it's a nurturing way of being. Plants, trees, you know, everything the earth provides, y'all. You know what I'm talking about. They are hardworking too, you know. Like, I'll even take it further. You see the movie Elemental? I fucking love that movie, man. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, man, whatever. Like, I didn't look at it the way I look at it now, though. I had to go back and rewatch it and pay attention to more details, things that I missed. So, we know, like I said, earth, nurturing, you know. In the movie, that's pretty much like what they are in Elemental. And then you got air. Air is always cool, man. Every sign has a trait that I want to like master. You know, it's like we're all avatars in this video game, and not everyone can be the same, y'all. Everybody has to stand out in some certain way. So your sign is a way of you standing out. But the more I pay attention to it, the more I observe little personality traits in every person I come across. So it's cool to know that, to see things in a different way than what I would before. But I really genuinely feel like people are there for you to learn something from that soul. Other souls come into your path for you to learn something from them and experience something, like I said earlier. But yeah, so I grew up with 2 earth signs. That's what I had around me. Earth, air, my sister fire. A little mix of like, okay, like I'm seeing these personalities, I'm learning these personalities, like these traits. But like I'm water, so I know like certain things about myself and things that I see in other water signs that I see in myself. And then fire. I've gotten to know fire pretty well. And then air. I know air and fire get along. If y'all don't know anything about like the zodiacs or anything like that, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But this is a chance for you to learn it. You want to understand people a little better? Maybe sometimes you think, well, why is so-and-so acting like that? Why are they always in a bad mood? Or why does this person never care? Or why is this person so caring and loving? What is it? Or why is this person funny and I'm not? I mean, that one is tough because anybody can be funny. It just depends, to be honest. But depends on what? I mean, it depends on, like I said, like, it's not just your sun sign, y'all. So you gotta figure that out, man. It's not just a month you were born, it's a location. You know, you got your moon sign, all that. It's a mix, man, but it's a different way of looking at things, like at life. It's a different way of looking at it and understanding it in a different perspective. I had wrote some notes that I wanted to show y'all, but I got them on my phone that I'm using to record. Let me see if I can access it on this phone. Because I was watching an interesting interview, and I'm like, man, whenever something's like real good, I will take notes. I've always been that way, ever since I was younger. I always wanted to just get ahead and just be smarter. Even if it meant I had to sit down and take notes to remember stuff. That's the way to do it. It's crazy also, like, documenting like my daughter's life ever since she was born. It's like one thing I could say, I'm so proud of myself for doing that. If you have a kid, make sure to get a lot of videos, man. You're only a baby once. They're only going to be little once. Once they grow up, you know, it's different. They'll always be your baby, you know, no matter what, but it's a different parallel reality. Let's see. I kind of like, oh, what the heck? I kind of like that it's getting dark earlier, but at the same time, it kind of sucks too. This site can't be reached. Like, what the fuck? Do I not have signal or some shit? Oh my god, I just did legs. I can't even fucking walk. Hold on, let me see. Maybe I gotta get closer to the router. Yeah, I thought it was the issue. Hold on, yeah. me try to access this real quick. I like that this isn't bubbling up. Like, this is a cool area to chill. Because I'm usually over there. So, I might be able to do this. Let's see. Still got signal over here. All right. Oh wait, what? Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm in. Okay. Let me scan through this real quick. Okay, check this one out. Yo, this is kind of blow your mind, man. I just fucking read this. I mean, I was watching this in an interview and I wrote this down. The future is created from the present, but so is the past. There's no such thing as the future or the past. These are all probable coexisting parallel realities that all exist right now. When you are in a certain state of being, that will determine the next thing you experience. What you call the future, which is simply the same moment in the present from another point of view. You create your sense of continuity. You create your sense of continuity or continuity. You create your sense of space and time, and change. It's a side effect of the shifting to your consciousness through billions of parallel realities. I explained that horribly, but look at how small the font is, y'all. Can y'all see that? I should have zoomed in. Anyways, it's really small font, and I didn't put any commas or anything, so I'm just reading it like, you know. Anyways, so yeah, it's basically saying, yeah, there's no past, there's no future, everything is now. In different parallel realities, whatever that means. I mean, it still kind of confuses me, but I'm starting to understand it the more I hear it, you know. Like, the reason why I'm saying that is because, so what, like, so there's still dinosaurs that exist in a different parallel reality. So there's dinosaurs right now roaming the earth in a different parallel reality, but they're here, we just can't see them. So I don't know, it's saying billions of parallel realities, okay? So there's billions of parallel realities. And you're just going through each one in your lifespan. I don't know. So that's one thing I saw in an interview that I was like, okay, let me write this down and really read it and try to understand it. Here's another one. Oh, this is about the brain, y'all. But it's a lot of information, and the font is so fucking small. It's crazy, y'all. I do want to explain this though. So here's what I wrote, like, cells have the right shape for the right job. So not all cells are the same. They have like a certain shape to them. The hippocampus is for learning and memory. So if y'all don't know that, hey, free game right there. The hippocampus in your brain is for learning and memory. Amygdala is threat detection. So we have amygdalas in the brain, and yeah, it's basically like threat detection. You have two emotional systems, one in the left hemisphere and one in the right hemisphere. And the right amygdala is going to detect for threats in the present. So your right side is detecting threats now, in the now. Like if somebody walks through that door, somebody walks out, the right part of my brain is gonna like, you know, detect that. When the amygdalas are calm, You can learn and focus with the singularities and learn new things. Yeah, so I mean, I just took these notes, man. I'm hearing it and I'm taking notes. So, and I have not read this back, not even one time. This is the first time I'm reading it back. So, yeah. Every ability you have is because we have these brain cells to perform that function. We have an emotional system in each hemisphere. The right hemisphere is in the present. Anxiety is in the left hemisphere. The left hemisphere has linearity across time. So this emotional system is remembering every traumatic event that ever happened to you that you don't want to have happen again. Trauma and addiction also live in the left hemisphere. That's a group of cells called the insular cortex, and that's where craving is, a part of the limbic system of the left hemisphere. Y'all believe all the shit we have on the left side of the brain? There's more information here, but I don't want to overwhelm y'all with too much. But it's a lot of good information. If you really want to learn more about it, I would say go to Diary of a CEO on YouTube. I think it's the last interview he just did. This lady, I forgot her name, Dr. Jill Bolt Taylor. Is that the name, I think? Hold on, let me double check. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I used to watch like bullshit before. I started watching Joe Budden with Rory and Mal back in the day. And then I started watching No Jumper. And I mean, they're just talking about trend and shit. You know, sometimes I want to hear that type of stuff. So before, I always heard that type of stuff. If I was hearing something like this, I would have been bored out of my mind. I would have saw it for like 10 seconds and changed it. But I saw so much of bullshit that doesn't even matter, that doesn't help me at all whatsoever. And I started coming across videos that were getting my attention. So I'll tell y'all when things started changing, when I started looking at things differently. It was about a dude named Jefferson Fisher. If y'all don't know who that is, go on IG, type in Jefferson Fisher. So I started seeing Jefferson Fisher on IG, right? And like he was going viral a couple years ago. And I was like, all right, bet, like this was information that could help me. So I started like really every day, every other day he was posting a new video about how to react and how not to react and what to say, what not to say, and you know, helping you out with little things throughout the day while communicating with people. Basically, he's a communication expert, and he teaches you how to communicate with people and how not to get triggered by certain people. So I started watching him on IG, and then on YouTube, he did an interview on the Diary of a CEO. And the Diary of a CEO was a podcast that I had seen before when I'm scrolling on YouTube, but I never pressed on it. I never thought of clicking on it. I just never saw a guest that was interesting, that I knew of. Because usually we're gonna watch something that we know. Oh, I know who that is. Yeah, let me watch it, right? So if you don't know who that is, you're probably not gonna watch it. So Jefferson Fisher was on the Diary of a CEO. So I'm like, okay, it was like a 2-hour interview. So I'm like, I want to watch this. As soon as I saw it, and I noticed that the host, Steven, he was a cool dude. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch another interview. He had another guest on. I don't know if it was Mel Robbins or Vanessa Van Edwards or Evie Pompura. It was one of those. But it caught my attention. I started watching that one. So every time they dropped a new episode, I started watching it. And it got me it just really, everything I was watching, I was learning something. I started taking notes. And I'm like, okay, I'll fuck with this. You know, I want to learn more. I want to watch something that I'm going to learn. I'm going to limit certain shit that I'm not going to learn anything, or anything useful that I could use in my own life. You know, like I said, like No Jumper, let's say even Poetic Flacco, or The Breakfast Club. Like, these are entertaining podcasts you can learn from. I mean, not learn from, that you can be entertained by. But, anyways. Damn, y'all, I gotta go. It's about that time. I got so much more to say. It sucks they close early on Sundays. It really does. But I gotta get going. Yeah, so that's when it changed. The Diary of a CEO. So after that, now I'm seeing, oh, and Next Level Soul. Those two changed everything. They made me look at things differently. There's a couple more I can give y'all, you know, just to shout them out because they've helped me. Look up The Diary of a CEO. Next Level Soul. Align Podcast. Donald Hoffman interview. Thomas Campbell interview. Bashar is always interesting. I watch Bashar every day, y'all. That's another one too. That's where I got that information that I was talking about in the beginning. About life. Anyways, y'all. Appreciate you watching. Do not forget to sub. Leave a comment down under. And yeah, you know, just keep showing love and support. And I'll keep going live and continue to do this. And yeah, all right, y'all. Well, I'm out.